I will say one thing. Skyler Mauller is, I think, hands down the strongest guy in this division.
He's a tank.
He's not the most technically skilled grappler, but phenomenally strong and good at just doing the fundamentals. I was actually maybe one of the most impressive performances of Skyler was his losing effort with Thomas Gant. How many people would have made it to the second round with Thomas Gant in that kind of, I mean, he was taken down relatively early, but he was able
down a couple classes maybe.
Yeah.
So, I mean, can you imagine Skyler Mauller at that frame at a couple lower weight classes? I mean,
yeah, and
my
I think
God.
he was kind of running an experiment to see how strong and how big he couple months.
This is the quarter-mile fight bout in our open weight grappling tournament. Fighting out of the blue corner, this is a 2-1 professional MMA fighter. He's making his NLC grappling debut. Standing 5 feet 8, 192 pounds, from Crooksville, Ohio, the Phoenix, Skyler Mauller. And fighting out of the red corner, with an NLC record of 5-0-1, fighting out of Butch Isles Jiu-Jitsu in Charleston, West Virginia, presenting the new line Cagefighting Middleweight Grappling Champion, Jonathan Cooper. Your referee, Zach Humberson.
Here we go. Third match of our open weight tournament here.
And there we see he sits right to guard. John Cooper is definitely a guard player.
Good butterfly into trying to get towards single leg X. Takes a scoop grip on that bottom leg with the butterfly hook. Now at this point he maybe, yep, okay, he just settles into full butterfly guard. He's got double underhooks butterfly guard. Generally from here, if you're a leg locker, what you're going to try to do is elevate, get the hands on the mat over top of your head, but he's making a switch off towards the shoulder crunch. He's actually in pinch headlock, excuse me, not shoulder
I don't
crunch.
like how high Skyler Mauller's arms are, but you see what a good base he has.
That's good base. I mean, he's keeping those hips away. You're not going to be able to force the prison guard butterfly sweep like that with somebody who's able to keep their hips back like that.
He's Skyler Mauller, not just is he big and strong, he's a true athlete. He really is. That was excellent work because, you know, I thought Cooper was going to sweep him there.
Yeah, if Muller's base would have shifted forward just slightly if he was driving his hips in, but he did a good job of recognizing when he was in danger and stopping the forward momentum.
He does it again there. Cooper's going to have to change it up a little bit to get that sweep.
He's in that same pinch headlock on the other side. We see Muller doing a good job. See how he brings his hips back and away? That's a beautiful counter.
Oh, wow.
But he's
now
able
that
to get
was a slick reversal.
He's able to get him stretched out. Now we're in full, what we call this head and armpit control.
And you see, when you talk about holding somebody down from full mount, you don't see enough of people using those insteps, kicking their feet to the ceiling like that and using your hips.
Yeah, the grapevines is an interesting mechanism for controlling the legs and mount for sure.
I used to love, like, it changed my entire mount game. When
I think one of the biggest
that.
things it does too is it brings your knees behind your hips so you're not as vulnerable to bridging. Anytime your knees are in front of your hips, when they bridge, you get this big forward off balance and a lot of
you have counter pressure as well. Anytime they bridge, you kick. And that really takes away from what they can do there.
And we see he actually made the switch from the grapevines up a little bit higher. Muller started to try to bridge and turn, but nothing doing.
Cooper really taking his time here. He knows he's got time to work. He's looking to a spider walk with that arm. Maybe walk up to an arm triangle position.
Yeah, either there's a lot of things you can do from there. A lot of people will chair sit to the back from there or attack Americanas, but arm triangle is generally the tier 1 thing you're looking for from that position.
Guy was under black belt, Aaron Goebel. He loved that spider walk position. He would go to the S mount armbar from there a lot.
Cooper staying heavy on top here, smothering.
I can't see on the far side if he still has the right underhook. Or he's sliding up almost towards like S mount now.
Looks like he just went back to it actually, as you said.
Now he's looking for the arm triangle, and he's got the elbow above the shoulder line.
And Skyler just using pure strength here to try to fight it, which is usually not going to work out well for you.
But I will say, man, he's a big man. He's got big lats and a big neck. It's often pretty difficult, but that's good finishing mechanics there.
Cooper,
yeah, excellent.
Cooper
he finished it in a way that I've not really seen before. He almost sat through to the side.
What you're doing there is you're using, instead of using a collarbone to tricep connection, you're using your chest to drive that shoulder into upwards, the scapular elevation,
I like
so
that
that you're
a
driving
lot.
that into the carotid
I'm going to have to play with that because I like it. I've always had pointing up towards the sky.
Jonathan Cooper.
Excellent performance from Jonathan Cooper.
tournament is really way better.
Say I'm good-hearted, but I'm just getting started. Got my eyes on the target. Now